Have you ever woken up suddenly between 3 and 5 in the morning, feeling as if something or someone was trying to get your attention? This is not a coincidence, and it is certainly not a simple sleep disorder. God may be trying to connect with you during this sacred time, known by many as the hour of the gods. Between deep dreams and the silence of the early morning, there is a divine secret waiting to be revealed, and perhaps you have not yet realized how much this can transform your spiritual and emotional life. Believe me, these awakenings are not just interruptions of REM sleep, but direct invitations for introspection and connection with a higher spiritual energy. It is the universe calling you to reflect, pray, and align with your life purpose. And what does this mean for you? Are you ready to understand why God chooses this particular time to speak to your heart? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes you will discover everything you need to know about the spiritual meaning of waking up at this time. Together we will discover what biblical stories, divine signs, and even science can teach us about these special moments. And if you want to continue learning about how to transform your spiritual life, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and get ready to access secrets that few people know about. There is something magical and intriguing about waking up at night, especially between 3 and 5 a.m. Many call these times the hour of the gods, and it's no coincidence. The stillness of the early morning hours seems to create a perfect environment for introspection, almost as if the world pauses just so you can listen to something greater than yourself. Imagine waking up at exactly this time and, instead of worrying about lost sleep, you decide to meditate or pray. This simple act can reveal a divine connection that transforms your nights and, who knows, even your life. But have you ever wondered why this happens? Waking up repeatedly at these times is not just a coincidence. There is a unique spiritual energy at this time that invites you to delve deep within yourself. It is almost as if something or someone is trying to get your attention. How about, the next time this happens, writing down what you feel or think in a notebook? Many answers come in the silence, when the outside world is asleep and your soul is on alert. This nocturnal awakening also has profound biblical meanings. Many accounts, such as that of Joseph of Nazareth, show how divine messages often arrive during the early hours of the morning. These moments bring the opportunity to seek spiritual rebirth, to align with something greater. A simple prayer said at this time can carry a strength that we do not find during the day. After all, when was the last time you felt your faith so alive and pulsating? In addition to the spiritual aspect, waking up between 3 and 5 in the morning can be an invitation to self-knowledge. Have you noticed how challenges seem clearer at these times? It's as if your mind, free from the distractions of the day, is able to organize its thoughts better. Use this time to reflect. What do you want to transform in your life? Perhaps you are waking up because something inside you is crying out for change, for growth. As the clock ticks, this experience of waking up at night begins to create space for something bigger. Between REM sleep and wakefulness, you are more receptive to energies and messages that go unnoticed at other times. This feeling, between dream and reality, opens a door to the next topic: the science behind this awakening and how our brain works to our advantage during this period. Between 3 and 5 a.m., your brain is in a peculiar state of activity. During REM sleep, the deepest and most restorative phase of sleep, a burst of subconscious processing occurs. It's as if your mind uses this window to organize memories, solve problems, and, surprisingly, open doors to spiritual insights. This scientifically proven state also explains why you feel so sensitive and receptive when you wake up at this time. Have you ever noticed how certain dreams can bring you answers that you didn't find during the day? Neuroscience reveals that waking up during this period activates areas of the brain linked to intuition and creativity. This is because, when you abruptly emerge from REM sleep, your mind is still partially connected to the subconscious. This is where you can access deeper ideas, almost as if you were translating messages from another dimension. A practical example? Many artists and inventors claim to have found brilliant solutions by waking up during these magical hours. But why between 3 and 5 a.m.? This time coincides with the circadian rhythm cycles and also with the time when our body is most in tune with spiritual energy. Science calls this the zone of low cognitive distraction, where the brain is not overwhelmed by external stimuli. Why not take advantage of this state for introspection? Try writing down your thoughts as soon as you wake up. You'll be surprised at the connections you can make. Interestingly, studies show that these times are also marked by physiological changes. Your heart rate is lower, your breathing is slower, and this creates a calm state that is conducive to prayer or meditation. Science and spirituality meet here, showing that these practices not only promote spiritual well-being, but also emotional and mental balance. Small habits, such as breathing deeply or repeating positive affirmations, can be incredibly powerful at this time. Combining science and spirituality, we see that waking up during REM sleep between 3 and 5 in the morning is not something trivial. It is an invitation to explore both the potential of the brain and the divine connection that intensifies during this period. This smooth transition between the conscious and unconscious state prepares us to understand what many call the hour of the gods, a sacred moment that deserves to be explored in depth. Between 3 and 4 a.m., the world seems to slow down, plunging into an almost reverent silence. Many believe that this interval is sacred, as the veil between the physical and spiritual is thinner. It is called by many traditions the hour of the gods, or the sacred hour, a perfect time for prayer and deep meditation. Have you noticed how much easier it is to hear your thoughts, feel the energy around you, or even connect with something greater at this time? At this time, the waking mind feels like a bridge. You are between the dream world and reality, a state where barriers dissolve and you can pick up on intuitive messages more clearly. It is like tuning into a purer radio frequency. If you feel compelled to pray, take advantage of this opportunity. Use sincere words. Speak to God or the universe as if you were speaking to a close friend. This is a time to align yourself spiritually. Many cultures and religions recognize the sacredness of these hours. In India, for example, this period is known as Brahma Muhurta, or Brahma's time, and is considered ideal for spiritual practices. In the Bible, there are passages that indicate that figures like Jesus would retreat at this time to meditate and pray. It is no coincidence that waking up at night during this time is such a universal calling. Have you ever tried sitting in silence and simply feeling the energy around you? But why is the veil thinner? Some say that reduced human activity creates a cleaner, energetic environment. Science also suggests that the brain, upon awakening from REM sleep, is more receptive, allowing for a deeper connection with the divine. This is the time to ask important questions and seek answers in the stillness. It can be helpful to keep a journal by your bedside. Write down your prayers, thoughts, or even ideas that come to you spontaneously. This unique moment, when the sacred meets the everyday, opens doors to inner transformation. The hour of the gods is not just a concept, but a daily invitation to renew faith, align with purpose, and prepare for what is to come. It is a prelude to exploring how spiritual energy, when channeled correctly, can profoundly impact your life and its challenges. Waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is not a random event. It is an invitation to reflect on your journey and enjoy a unique moment of introspection. These minutes of absolute silence are a rare gift, allowing you to reconnect with the essence of your being. Imagine starting the day by aligning your mind and heart with prayers that channel spiritual energy to overcome challenges and manifest dreams. It all starts with small steps, like sitting in silence and letting your thoughts flow. The spiritual energy of this time is palpable. It's as if the universe is conspiring to make you revisit your goals and reaffirm your confidence in the future. Practicing introspection during this time can be as simple as reflecting on what matters most. For example, ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my values? This clarity can bring profound insights, renewing your determination to change habits and prioritize what really matters. It's also an opportunity to create. Many artists, writers, and inventors report that their most inspiring moments have come at times like these. Why not try it out? Keep a notebook nearby to jot down ideas that come to you while your mind is free from distractions. Even seemingly intractable problems can find a simple solution when you tap into your divine connection and let your intuition guide you. If you are facing personal challenges, consider using this time to seek divine guidance. Prayer doesn't have to be elaborate. Simple, heartfelt words often carry the greatest power. Imagine starting with gratitude for what you have already achieved, followed by a clear request for wisdom. This kind of intimate conversation with the divine can be transformative, bringing peace and even answers that seemed unattainable. These times are also ideal for manifesting blessings. By focusing your spiritual energy, you can visualize your goals as already accomplished, bringing them into the present. This process of manifestation is widely studied in practices such as guided meditation. And as the energy of this time flows, it is already shaping the way you will face the rest of the day. But what about historical examples that illustrate this practice? Scripture is replete with examples of how God used nighttime moments to guide his chosen ones. Joseph of Nazareth, for example, received a divine message in a dream, directing him to protect Mary and the baby Jesus. This account teaches us that waking up in the night can be a call to receive specific instructions for our journey. Imagine if Joseph had ignored this warning. His example inspires us to be alert to the messages that come when the world sleeps. Another powerful example is that of King Hezekiah. During the night, he sought God in fervent prayer to save his kingdom. This practice shows us that when we wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning, we have the opportunity to enter into a deep dialogue with the divine. It is a moment of vulnerability and simultaneous strength, where our words can transform the course of our history. Who knows, maybe you too can seek answers to questions that have been troubling your heart. These biblical stories are not just ancient lessons, but reflections of a spiritual reality that is still within our reach. When you wake up in the hour of the gods, think of the examples of faith and courage that have come before you. Like Joseph and Hezekiah, you can connect with a higher power to seek solutions and find clarity. Try meditating on biblical passages that resonate with your current situation. It may bring you a new perspective. More than just historical accounts, these examples offer a compass for navigating modern challenges. You can adapt this practice by making it a habit to pray first thing in the morning. Take 5 minutes to ask yourself, what does God want to show me today? This simple practice can reveal deeper meanings and renew your spiritual energy to face the day. These stories also remind us that interrupted sleep can be a gift, not a disruption. When you wake up at night, especially during REM sleep, embrace it as a chance to align with the divine and draw inspiration from stories like Joseph and Hezekiah. After all, what other messages could be waiting to be discovered in these unique moments? Each hour of the night, between 1 and 5 a.m., seems to carry a unique meaning, as if the universe were whispering different messages to our hearts. If you wake up around 1 a.m., it may be an invitation to reflect on emotional conflicts that are asking for resolution. At 2 a.m., the focus may be on physical well-being, a reminder that body and spirit need balance to thrive. Notice how these nuances offer clues to harmonize your life. Between 3 and 4 a.m. is the famous hour of the gods, a time when the veil between the realms becomes thinner, allowing spiritual insights to flow more clearly. Waking up at this time can indicate a spiritual awakening, a call for deep introspection, or even an opportunity to renew spiritual energy through prayer or meditation. It's no wonder that so many traditions emphasize the power of this time. Around 4 a.m., the scene changes to something more dynamic, symbolizing rebirth and preparation for new beginnings. It's as if nature is conspiring to inspire in you a sense of renewal and determination. If you wake up at this time, take the opportunity to set clear goals for the day or for your spiritual journey. Journaling, for example, can be a powerful tool for organizing your thoughts and giving shape to your intentions. These specific moments are not mere coincidences. They are windows of opportunity for a deeper divine connection. If you notice recurring patterns, such as waking up at the same time every day, try using this time to seek answers. Imagine yourself entering into a silent dialogue with the universe, asking questions, listening, and receiving answers that may not be obvious at first glance, but that guide your soul toward clarity. Thus, each hour of the morning presents itself as a small spiritual lesson. A 5 a.m. awakening, for example, can symbolize the need to face change with courage and faith. What message is being sent to you? Perhaps it is a reminder that even in the quietest moments, there is something great brewing. And how can these lessons intertwine with the approaching dawn? The time between 4 and 5 a.m. carries a profound symbolism, the moment when darkness begins to give way to light. It is not only the beginning of a new day, but an opportunity for spiritual rebirth. Waking up at this time is like receiving an invitation from the universe to reconnect with your purpose, review your goals, and prepare your mind and heart for the challenges and blessings that lie ahead. Think of this moment as a rare gift, a chance to start over, with greater clarity and intention. It is during this period that the body and mind reach a state of powerful transition. After REM sleep, when the brain is most receptive, thoughts gain a unique fluidity. Taking advantage of these minutes to meditate or practice deep breathing exercises can completely transform your day. A practical example would be morning journaling, where you write down 3 things you are grateful for and 3 intentions for the day. This small habit can bring a perspective of rebirth and alignment. Furthermore, between 4 and 5 a.m., the energy field around us is clearer and calmer. Many believe that spiritual energy is more accessible at this time, allowing for a stronger flow of intuition and inspiration. Prayer or Bible reading, for example, may feel different, more connected, more impactful. Think of this time as a silent portal, where every word or thought is amplified in resonance with the divine. The symbolism of this time also speaks of the courage to leave the old behind and embrace the new. It is the time to abandon patterns that no longer serve you and embrace new habits that reinforce your spiritual well-being. Have you ever thought about using this time to plan actions that reflect the person you want to be? A simple walk in the fresh air, for example, can solidify this transition, connecting body, mind, and spirit. The arrival of light between 4 and 5 a.m. is not just external, but internal as well. This time frame symbolizes the awakening of the soul, a call to align with the higher vibrations of life. What are you being reborn to accomplish? What intentions do you wish to manifest as the day begins to blossom? With these questions, a new dawn is not just a physical experience, but a spiritual transformation in progress. Now that you understand the profound meaning of waking up between 3 and 5 in the morning, the question is, what will you do with this divine call? Ignore it or transform these moments into opportunities for spiritual connection and rebirth. Remember, God does not awaken anyone by chance. These awakenings are invitations to align with your essence. Open your heart to introspection and seek answers to the challenges that life brings. How about starting today? Try setting aside a few minutes for prayer or meditation whenever this happens again. Write down in a journal what you feel or notice. Watch how your spiritual energy changes and how your spiritual well-being begins to impact all areas of your life. And here's a challenge for you. Next time you wake up at this time, be ready to listen. What does God want to reveal to you? Maybe it's the insight you need to completely change your journey. Share your experiences and what you've felt when you wake up at this time in the comments. If you want to continue exploring these mysteries and discovering more about your divine connection, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. There is so much more to learn, and you won't want to miss a single detail.